Okay, to get your head around that kind of truth, you have to understand and remember that the universe is one enormous living thing, and it goes on forever. Mind, I'm talking about the life, the entity that we call life, or being alive universally. So there's only one life and all things are in it. That life can be broken down very basically to matter and an animating force. That animating force can build anything out of that matter. Matter is like an extremely advanced Lego block kit. You can make anything from whales to people. So matter can only hold itself together for a certain amount of time, whether it's a worm or a person or a tree. Different amounts of time for different forms, like waves on an ocean. Some waves can travel hundreds of miles, some waves come up and go down right in front of you on the shoreline. They'll have different lifespans, but it's still only the one ocean producing all of those forms and those waves. If each one of those waves thought that it was an individual character, and if all the other waves are under the same delusion, every time a wave goes back down into the ocean, the other waves are going to wonder, I wonder if he will come back, not realizing that they are waves on the same body of life. So what I'm getting at is, part of the way the ocean is constantly bringing up waves, constantly bringing up forms, but the ocean itself never disappears. Now in life, life is experiencing itself and living through matter. Life is immortal, it's there forever. Matter has to keep being rebuilt and reconstituted. That's basically your reincarnation. What happens there is this, and I need to say here that anything I speak about comes from experience and practice. I will never ever speak of anything that someone's told me. I will never speak of anything that I've read, because it's hearsay. You don't know who wrote the books, you don't know who you're talking to. It's all hearsay until you've actually done it for yourself and experienced it for yourself. And my experience is, when you practice the death practices, which is to stop your heart and die, etc., I need to say something else first. When most people are on their deathbed and they don't have much of a clue of what's going on, they faint. They faint out of fear because they don't know what's coming up. They are terrified, most people, unfortunately, but that's the case. So they faint and they miss the whole process of dying. When you learn to sit in the correct place in your mind and have all of the horrors that a mind, or a brain I should say, have all of the horrors that a brain can produce whizzing around you inside here, when you go in and sit in still meditation and your thoughts are chattering away about negative things, and there's other movements coming and going, and there's the aching body. The point to meditation is to focus and be so still that your mind isn't darting from one thing to the other. That's the movement you have to still in meditation. Don't still the things that are moving, you still that part of you that is constantly moving from one to the other, and you hold that. And when you can hold that dead still for a minute or so, enlightenment will hit you like a truck. These thoughts that are whizzing around you have all of your fears and all of your likes and dislikes and all of your paranoias and everything that makes a person's life terrible. And I'm not saying all life is terrible, but this is the context that we're speaking about. You've learned to be absolutely dead still, regardless of what the brain or life can throw at you. So then, once you've learned to do that, hopefully, when it comes time to die, you'll be as still can be, and you'll watch the process of dying, and you'll see your body close down, you'll see your brain close down. We did this twice a week. I'm describing experiences that we have had here. So you watch the whole thing die and break down, but you will not lose your consciousness or focus. You'll still be there. And then you will see the obligatory light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll start heading towards that. This whole process to you will seem like about 15 minutes. but in actuality about 40 weeks have gone by. So you start heading towards that light, and when you come out of that light, into it I should say, you're not going to see St. Peter or God. You're going to see your new mother and the doctor and the nurse. That's what you're going to see, because you're about to be reborn. And that's what reincarnation is. Once you have done that once, you will see and understand through experience that the only thing that comes and goes is the body, and you, the mind, the spirit, doesn't go anywhere. It's always there, always will be.